Hey y'all, it's me again, back with a clarification for yesterday's video with some points that I had meant to make yesterday that I didn't. I begin to understand why some people use a script. I don't, but I get it. Alright, hopefully these dogs won't disrupt anything too much. But anyway, the purpose of the shade cloth for me is because my yard gets 8+ hours of unobstructed sunlight. I don't have any trees. I removed them years ago, and my neighbors, just the way my neighborhood is positioned, that's how much sunlight I get. Now there's 12 hours of sunlight in a day this time of year, but I get 8+ hours of unobstructed sunlight on my plants, and with the temperatures in the triple digits, I just think that's too intense, and it's just going to stress the plants. Now in the past, my first year gardening in 2020, I noticed my flowers were falling on my plants. Alright, now we'll get to see how effective this is because my mid-June video, which will be about a week from now, my mid-June video a week from now, these flowers still should still be here. So if they're not here, then this isn't as effective as I thought it was. But hopefully they're still here, and maybe I'll have some fruit. I do have some old fruit. Now most of these fell off when this plant fell over during a rainstorm, but it does produce fruit. Okay, my neighbors are so loud. This plant also has fruit. They're green. These are the cayennes. They're green, so they're not as noticeable, but it is producing fruit, and it does still have flowers. So I'll be checking to make sure this still has flowers in the mid-June update. All right, I want to post a close-up of this shade cloth, and it's just a tightly woven synthetic material. It's a fabric, so it moves with the breeze or the wind, which I think helps kind of diffuse the intensity of the sun, because it is noticeably cooler under the shade cloth. And that intensity of heat that you feel when the direct sun is on you is not, I don't feel that in the shade cloth right now. But as you can see, the plants are still getting sunlight. The shade cloth is either 40 or 50%. All of my shade cloths are 40 or 50%. They all look very similar. The weaving. But yeah, as you can see, there is still sun coming through here, and it's similar to what it would be if I had a big tree overhead with a bunch of leaves. Or actually, it's not as intense as that. That would actually obstruct more sun. I have used shade cloth in my garden since 2020 with no ill effect, but I haven't really monitored it. But I know I had a lot of fruit every summer. I'll pay a little more detail to it this year, of course. The other way to beat the heat, of course, is like I've mentioned before, the mulch. And that's just to retain the moisture in the soil so that you don't have to water as often. You know, I haven't installed drip irrigation yet, but I think I've figured it out. I don't have enough to do my whole garden. Even though my garden is tiny, I still don't have enough to do the whole garden, so I'm going to do the raised beds at the very least. And then I'll continue to manually water with the hoses. I have 2 hoses in the backyard. I'm just going to do a close-up of the shade cloth over the flower bed where my sunflowers and my corn is. So this is that shade cloth. Just a quick close-up. It looks very similar. They're supposed to be about the same rating, 40 to 50% blocking the sun. Now the other benefit of the drip irrigation is if it's automated, like set on a timer, I won't have to be home. So I kind of been anchored to my house because I'm worried about my garden. But that will be less of a concern when I have drip irrigation. In addition to, just in general, it would be faster to water. And here is a close-up of the blue shade cloth, which this is my first year having it. I got this just a few days ago. But it's supposed to be 40-50%, just like the black ones. So hopefully it is. The plants are still getting light. It's a lot cooler under here than it is in the direct sunlight. Alright, so I hope those additional details were helpful for explaining what I was trying to say or what I meant to say yesterday. But again, I'm not an expert. I'm just a regular person gardening in my backyard. I decided to start sharing on YouTube because I love this community and I wanted to share my garden because I know my friends and family don't want to hear all this stuff. So I don't want to be pestering them like I have been in previous years. And I've been a lot less bothersome, I think, since I'm able to share on YouTube. So anyway, if you have any comments, questions, suggestions, please feel free to post those in the comment section. Alright, thanks for watching.